End of our conference and awards now, and I need a break after these tech issues. I need a holiday. But this is the best part of the day for us, and we've had the awards come in. We've had the Christmas miracle, folks. There is Jesus, Santa, it all exists. So we've got 5 awards to give out to some of you lovely people, and we're going to get straight into it, I think. So let's go to the first one. Right, so the first award that we've got is for the Entrepreneur of the Year. So this recognises people with lived experience, so they've got convictions themselves, they've probably been to prison, who have changed their own lives and managed to develop services or an organisation which continues to support others trapped within the criminal justice system. And the shortlisted candidates were Gethin Jones, who you'll all know, Unlocking Potential, Joshua Stunnell, who is the founder and CEO of Be the Change, Latoya Lewis, who is the CEO of Rising Stars, and Molly Zoglowick. And the winner of the Entrepreneur of the Year is Gethin Jones, who... Gethin Jones, who can't join us today because he's on a boat with loads of young people doing amazing things. And just to say, the runner-up is Latoya Lewis, who's also online. I think I saw her earlier. Congratulations, Latoya. Well deserved.
Thank you, Claire.
I also want to just discuss the judges for this, just so that you all know how distant it is. We've got some of the judges in this room. We had Ruth McFarlane from DWRM. We had Dominic Headley, who's online. Hi, Latoya. Congratulations on your runner-up. We had Jason Morris. Who else did we have? We had a couple of others. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Dave Atkinson. Yeah, so we had a completely independent judging panel who all decided on the winners. It was nothing to do with New Leaf. Well done, Latoya. Well deserved runner-up. And Gethin Jones has sent us a little video just of his acceptance speech.
Good morning, everybody from beautiful Madeira. I'm just about to set up sailing. Talk to you twice as what currently here this evening, and I'll be sailing over to Tenerife. But wow, what an honour! So, Entrepreneur of the Year. I am so overwhelmed, and thank you so much for the New Leaf Network for organising these awards. Thank you to whoever nominated me. Thank you to the judges for picking me. Thank you to everybody else. I am only able to do what it is I do because of people like you. There's people like you that support me every single day, give me the encouragement to carry on, give me the support on days when I just feel like I just can't do it anymore, and you just lift me up and show me the ways to go forward. You know, and all of you people that recommend me, refer me, and champion me for what I do. So yeah, so this award is not just for me, it's for all of you too. So thank you so much, and I'm going to say over and out from Madeira, and I wish you the best evenings. And I know that my Irish mammy is there, Annie Fox, please give her a hug. Bye for now. Take care.
Well done, Gethin. So we're going to go on to the second award of the day, which is for the Lived Experience Employee of the Year. So this is employees with lived experience who go above and beyond to support others still trapped within this criminal justice system, addiction, and every other symptom of trauma that we know. So without further ado, the shortlisted candidates were Jasmine Cole, Nadine Smith, and Steve Costello. And I'm pleased to announce that the winner is Steve Costello. Congratulations. I'll do a little acceptance speech. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, so how I got this award is all right to say.
Yeah.
Right, so it's to do with like prolific offenders and stuff. I was a prolific offender. I was going to say I am one. I've been in that jail, like done the usual stuff, got into drug things and all that, and I got clean over just come up to 11 years ago, right? And you know when you're talking about like what was I going to do in my life, right? And I've had some trades and done this and that, and I realised that all that past experience was going to be the best CV I ever had. And I ended up working in different drug services and all that. And I've got passion for like I've been working in prison, all that sort of stuff. And this copper, then one of them ones you never trust. But as you get into it, you start trusting the system and all that. Came up with this idea, and it was called. So what it was, in a certain areas of Birmingham, prolific offending was taking place, right, and shops were getting looted by the same people, and they were going into jail, and they were coming out, and carrying on and on. And this copper, he had a really clever idea. He went to the shops and said, "Can you get some money to help these people that keep nicking your stuff?" And at first they were like, "What?" Do you know what I mean? What he did was he come up with this idea of sending them to myself and a few other people. And what it is, we're like salesmen at home. And what we did, we started prepping them, showing them different ways of doing stuff like that. And these people are flat out, still committing crime and all that. And we were sort of encouraging them to go to rehabs. And quite a lot of them have gone to rehabs. And I still work with some of them today. And some of them have changed their lives around. And some of them, I'll get really emotional around it because I used to pick them up in Erdington in my car. You know, if they turned up. You know what I mean? And someone would be really late and they'd come out with excuses like, "You've just been across the road and smoking crack in that house." You know what I mean? And all that. And what's happened is one of the lads that I've been working with, and while we've been working with, is I remember getting in the car and he was crying. He was going like, "I can't carry on doing what I'm doing." And I remember putting my arm around me and someone else and he was going, "Look, you'll be all right. You'll be all right." And that lad now is 8 months clean. Right? And he just started volunteering in another organisation where he helps people like himself. So, you know, when I got nominated for this award, part of my competitiveness, right, is I was all right till being told. And then I wanted to win it. And I was sitting there with them going, because I'm one of them unfortunate ones who've got to go back to work after this. But because my work is just ruthless, they won't let me have an hour. But I'm really proud to have got this award. But I'm really proud to have changed my life around as well. Like, I haven't been in trouble for many years now, do you know what I mean? And you know the thing you're saying about families is like I've recovered and so have my family. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I'll go on forever.
That's beautiful. Well done, Steve. And the runner-up is Jasmine Cole. We've got Jasmine. We have got certificates for the runner-up, but they haven't come from the printing. I think with the postal strikes and things, we got the awards, but not the certificates. So we'll send that on to you.
Thank you.
No worries. So, but next award is the Volunteer of the Year. So this is around people, you know, it's been part of all of our journey or most of our journey, especially coming from, if you've been in the system, volunteering is often a necessary part of professionalising yourself, of building the skills, of building your confidence, your mindset and your networks, obviously. So volunteers are so underrated in my mind. Like the fact that you give up your time for free to help people in the most altruistic kind of mechanism is just astounding. And this award is probably my favourite, I'll be honest, because it recognises volunteers and the amazing work that they do to support the community. So some of the shortlisted candidates that we had were Bill Ananra, who did a talk for us earlier. He was a runner-up last year, and somebody keeps nominating you, Bill, so they obviously want you to win. Bill Ananra, we've got Ian Culverhouse as also a shortlisted candidate, and Neb Ahmet or Ahmet. So the winner of the volunteer award is Bill Ananra. Congratulations.
I'll keep it short. What this represents to me is inspiration to just keep doing what I'm doing. And this first award, hopefully many, helping other people, but it's not for me. This is for all the people that have supported me along my journey and all you guys being here. Thank you.
Well done, Dylan. And the runner-up for the Volunteer of the Year award was Ian Culverhouse. So Ian, you'll be receiving. Okay, the next award that we've got is Employer of the Year. So this recognises employers because obviously we're talking about progressing people on the outside. Employment is a necessary part of that, and it's recognising employers with innovative practices who actively recruit and support people with convictions. The shortlisted candidates for this award were ISG Construction, the Prison Radio Association, and Green King for their work in hospitality. So the winner is Prison Radio, the Prison Radio Association. Well done. What the judges said about the Prison Radio, if I can remember correctly, was especially around the podcast that they've done recently, wasn't that right, Ruth? Just the ripple effects of that. If you wanted to share a little bit about Prison Radio, why we chose.
It's kind of about that ripple effect. So not only employing people, it's also the podcast about life after prison, giving so much good advice, being relevant tips to people, and the speakers that they have on being really representative of.
Yeah, brilliant. So congratulations, Prison Radio. There's nobody here today, but we'll send the awards to you. And the runner-up is Green King, and again we'll send them a certificate to thank them for the work that they do recruiting people with convictions. The final award of today is the Network Ally of the Year. So this is around recognising people outside of the network, or maybe they're members of the network who haven't got lived experience but who champion the cause in the community, and access to opportunities and so on and so forth. The shortlisted candidates that we had for this award were Kim Babb, we had Peter Dawson, I can't remember who they're all from. Peter Dawson's from the Prison Reform Trust, obviously. Louise Hadley's from RMF. Darren Frost was from Clinks, seconded from HMPPS. Justin Williams and John Reed, who's here with us today. The winner is Peter Dawson from the Prison Reform Trust. And here to collect his award on behalf of him is the lovely Paula Harrier. Anything to get on stage. Yeah.
I will thank everybody for the nomination, but also as a person who's a former prisoner who works at the Prison Trust in a senior role, I can tell you that he's a very supportive employer, very kind, non-judgmental, and absolutely makes the space feel like a place that people can thrive, which is amazing. And in the last 4 years, we've gone to 40% of the people who work at Prison Reform Trust are people with criminal convictions. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And he's leaving. So he's retiring, isn't he? Yeah, Peter's leaving the prison.
Oh, yes,
Retiring.
yeah, waiting the announcement of the new director.
Can't give us an inside scoop.
I'm sworn to speak.
Okay.
I think that the person who's got the role has not yet cleared it.
Okay. And the runner-up for the Ally of the Year was Kim Babb. So congratulations to Kim. We'll get you a certificate. So that kind of draws us to the end of today's conference and awards, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. I definitely feel like I need a holiday. But one of the things that we wanted to end on is we've got a philanthropic supporter who this year I ran a marathon, and he was instrumental in helping us to raise £2,600, which we use as our client benevolent fund. So for example, if we heard about some of the barriers earlier from everybody that spoke, people not having ID. There's no funding to provide that stuff unless you've got funding as an organisation. People to buy to pay for resits of examinations for vocational qualifications. There's no money for things like that. So what we do as an organisation is we have a pot of funding that's flexible, that allows us to be dynamic and support people with those like little niggly things that might stop them from getting into work. Not having photo ID is going to stop you from getting a job these days. So it's things like that, just knocking down the barriers. Common sense approach. The philanthropic person who helped us raise that 2,600 wanted to do something special for kids at Christmas, and what he's decided to do with support from his networks is they've raised £900, which we'd love to give to the prison, the prison children. Nadine uncovered in her work that there's 35 regular visitors to the prison in terms of children that are visiting the prison and visiting their dads. So we'd really like to use that money to kind of buy those children Christmas presents while their dads can't do that this Christmas, and just to kind of do that on behalf of our philanthropist and just to support the prison. So we'll have a chat with you about how we do that, whether we get somebody like John to dress up in a Father Christmas costume, or maybe you, Steve, would like to do something. But yeah, we just thought that was a really nice kind of way to end the conference, and it's all about making kids smile at the end of the day, because they are innocent, as we've heard. Families of visitors are innocent. They haven't committed any crimes, and we shouldn't treat them as such. So yeah, thanks for that. And then just to end on the concept of universal connection, this is something that we found, which I think is quite profound. Well done, Steve. Take care. See you soon. Well done. So the concept of universal connection is that nothing in this world stands by itself. Every object is a link in an endless chain and is thus connected with all of the other links. And this chain of the universe has never been broken. It unites all objects and processes in a single whole and thus has a universal character. And I just think it's a really nice way to end. We're all connected, whether that's kind of to ourselves and that inner journey that we go on to develop and evolve as human beings, or whether it's, you know, connecting with our families and supporting organisations to connect the dots that are out there. Lots of great services, but sometimes people can't access it because they don't know how to access it. Yeah, I think the theme of connection was really pertinent for today, especially with the postal strikes, the rail strikes and COVID making a comeback, but you all made it. I felt really supported today, despite the hiccups that we've had. And just hopefully you all enjoy your lunch and have an amazing networking kind of afternoon with us. And stay with us on the journey, get involved with the network if you're not already. And we look forward to seeing you next year, where we won't have the tech issues that we've had, I promise. But thanks everyone, and round of applause.